Hey everybody! Today we're going to show you how to cook raised country ham biscuit slices. It's really quick and easy, and you can have you some country ham biscuits in no time. So first of all, we've got our skillet nice and hot on a medium temperature, and we're just going to add in a little plop of butter. And we also like to add just a little bit of a kind of a non-flavored oil with our butter. And we're just going to swirl that around and make sure the pan gets coated really good. And see how that butter's browning real nicely? So then we're going to put our pieces of ham in here. Some people like to soak their ham a little bit to get a little of the salty out. So you can just soak that for about 30 minutes in some warm, cool tap water. And then just put that in your pan. We don't want to crowd it too much. If you crowd it, it won't cook as well. You'll just get a steamed ham instead of a nice little sauteed seared ham. So we're going to do that for about 30 seconds on each side. Smells so good. Now we're going to give this a quick flip. This makes it nice and tender, just cooking it really slow in that butter. While we're cooking this, I'm going to tell you about Grandma Go's biscuits. And we're going to share the biscuit recipe with you too. Those are really easy to make, even for folks that don't like to bake. So we're going to give you that recipe so you can have your biscuits ready to throw this ham inside. Have some good old ham biscuits. So we're just going to take this nice tender ham. Whoop, y'all smell that? Smells so good. And then we're just going to throw in the rest of our ham. Give that a little 30-second sear on each side. Then we're going to make some red-eye gravy here in a minute. We got some nice creamy grits over here waiting. You got to have red-eye gravy. But that butter just gives it a nice depth of flavor when you make your red-eye gravy. All right, so we're just going to give these a nice little flip. They're nice and tender they are. Country ham, even though it's a cured meat, it's not a cooked meat, so we do want to cook it just a little bit before we eat it. You can always cook it nice and crispy too, like we do in some of our other recipes you can find on the website. But it just depends on the use, but we want a nice tender ham in our biscuits. So we're going to take this ham, get the rest of this out of the pan. Now, people make their red-eye gravy all different ways. Some with just plain old coffee. Whoops, get back in there. Some with water. I like to make with coffee with cream in it. It gives you a nice little creamy, I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit, nice creamy red-eye gravy. And we want to take our fork or a whisk, and we want to scrape up all those little ham bits. But a secret ingredient, give it a little sweetness, is some good old sorghum molasses. And we're just going to drizzle a little bit around in there. And that with that rich coffee and that little bit of cream is just going to be the best red-eye gravy you ever imagined. And our cast iron skillet, which is how we like to cook our ham. If you don't have one, you can cook it in any skillet, but you really don't want to do it in a non-stick skillet because you won't get the nice little bits of ham in a non-stick skillet that you need to make good red-eye gravy. And then we're just going to pour this in our bowl. And then, you could just smell it. We're going to scoop up some of our nice, creamy North Carolina milled stone ground grits. And we're going to spoon some of this red-eye gravy right over those grits. We got that. We've got our country ham. And we've got our biscuits. So in 2 or 3 minutes, you've got some good old raised country ham, tender country ham for your biscuits. So y'all go run along and order you some ham now. See you soon.